Thank you so much for being here today. I'm looking around and there are mentors in this room, mentees, colleagues, and most of all friends. And I'm so excited to have everybody together. And I'm going to introduce why we're all here. So we are all here today for MeTRIC, which is the Mobile Technologies Research Innovation Collaborative. Why would we even form this? Who cares? So what Victoria and I found as we were working to increase capacity for effective, rigorous mobile technologies research was that there was a lot of limitations and a lot of gaps. So we found that expertise, experience, and resources were scattered throughout the university. Individuals like Srijan, Sachin, Brahmaji, who had high-level expertise in the area of research with wearables and mobile apps, were spending a lot of time mentoring individuals who wanted to add this technology to their work. And then there were other faculty that didn't even have the opportunity to access that expertise because they were unaware of what their resources were. Knowledge sharing was haphazard and inconsistent. Investigators who wanted to add mobile technologies to their research had to become tech experts just to continue or start a project in their area. And the lack of infrastructure was making this type of work difficult, cost-intensive, very inefficient, hard to reproduce, and was unsustainable. So if we can all go back to undergrad, what we want to do is we want to think about a chemical reaction and reduce that activation energy to complete research that uses mobile technologies. So we want to act as a catalyst. So what are the benefits of us all coming together in this collaborative? This is going to provide us with a unified, cohesive, understandable front to the rest of the institution. What we found is that we were directing researchers all over the place. Email this person in anesthesiology, or this study coordinator really has gotten it right. So we wanted to really have a centralized place and a single entry point where people could access these resources and information, and also in regards to facing the rest of the world. We wanted people to know the mobile technologies expertise that existed at University of Michigan. We want to reduce redundancy in meetings and communications. I don't think I have to promote that to anybody. And we wanted to share best practices and tools that were already available. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel with things like consents, protocols, regulatory documents. We want to extend our affinity group membership and reach, and we'll talk to you more about those affinity groups in a moment here. And we wanted to provide a platform to disseminate mobile technologies research that's going on here at U of M more broadly, and that's what we're all going to hear about today. Whenever there's an issue, whenever change is required, we all know that collective input on that change is going to be greater than one unit or one investigator. And that's going to make us stronger in getting what we need to conduct this research institutionally. Also, research with technology is expensive. And so this collaborative allows for the potential to pool resources for needs that we've identified. And what are those needs? So when we were trying to build the mobile technologies core and provide some infrastructure for conducting research with wearables and apps, we wondered, what do we really need? Where are the gaps? And the way we conceptualized that was thinking how data flows from a wearable or app to dissemination of study results and ultimately storage of that data in a repository. And we found a lot of areas that we needed help. So for example, getting data from wearables and apps from a third-party platform into the U of M computing environment requires data pipelines. Also, how do we work on that data? A study database is needed for each of our study teams. This data is massive, it's different, it's time series. We need different data visualization tools than what we've traditionally used. We also know in this era of data sharing and transparency that long-term storage and an archival database, and then ultimately a repository that links to electronic health record data is required. Now, how do we achieve our goals? We achieve our goals through people. And MeTRIC is the umbrella over our 3 affinity groups that have been formed. So Digit MI is our interest group, where leaders in mobile study research give talks and they educate and inspire our mobile technologies research community here at University of Michigan and beyond. MDen is our group of data analysts, and they come together and they share methods and they troubleshoot to make mobile data accessible and reproducible. MCN is our group of study coordinators. These are coordinators who have conducted mobile technology studies and understand best practices for consent, recruitment, and retention. And then we're all here today for the MeTRIC Symposium to share what we've learned. You'll see that people have a different color on their badge today, and these represent the affinity groups. And the reason we chose these kind of color markings is because just like you can't make a masterpiece with one color of paint, we cannot further research with mobile technologies with one investigator or one unit. We need all of us here today. And so I just want to show some pictures. In 1902, this is the electrocardiogram. Look at all this equipment. There's like a ton. This guy has his foot in like water for this. It was a huge ordeal. And now we can get this data simply from a few seconds using your Apple Watch on your wrist. This is my area in the bottom picture. This is a polysomnogram. So for those of you that don't know, the polysomnogram is our gold standard objective measure of sleep, and it involves people coming into a sleep lab and getting all hooked up, EEG leads. We measure their eye activity, their muscles with surface EMG, breathing, EKG, heart rate, and now those same data points that we acquire from polysomnogram can be obtained just from a wrist-worn device. So the whole point of this is seeing how far we've advanced, and I think we can go a lot farther together.